Good morning / evening, everyone. I'm Jack, Panda, obviously, and welcome back if you joined me before. Otherwise, welcome in. I'm sat here in my new blanket, wrapped up very warm and snugly, with a cup of freshly poured Scottish breakfast tea and Final Fantasy XIV. I'm ready to get back into it.
Hello there.
Hello there again, Yuna. Glad to have you back again. Though I know how excited you've been to continue and watch my responses to everything. So it's nice to have you here again. And last we left off, we had just met... Yeah. I know, it is. It's getting so good. So Emmett Selk, we've met Emmett Selk, we've met Haida something, Heidi Ho. How do you pronounce it? Or how do you spell it? Hithelodius. Yeah, Hithelodius, the guide of the Amaro world. And we've met Emmett Selk, and we've also met the person who became Hydaelyn. So we've now... Hithelodius, yes. Right, and yeah, thank you. And yeah, we've told them all about their futures, because the, Hydaelyn, or Vernat, recognised that we had her blessing, and because she hadn't met us before, she knew that we had to be from the future. And then she, Hithelodius, and Emmett Selk told us to tell them the whole story, which we were told by Elidibus not to do back in the present. But now they know everything. They know about their futures, they know about our future, they know about the future of Amaro, about the planet. They know that the final days are going to come. They know what happens to them and who they become. And they're all very confused and upset. But now we've been asked. Nobody listens to a little baby. Aw. Well, that's on us really, isn't it? Anyway, shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the Chief Overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only which is common knowledge. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteion. And I have a good idea of where we might begin. Okay. So yes, I'm very much getting into it. I'm very excited. I mean, I was already into it, but now we're exploring the world of the Amarotines. Or part of it anyway. This is like their nature habitat, where they create new life forms and then decide whether or not to release them into nature to become one with the world. So this is like a museum of sorts, or like an experimental lab, but out in the open. It's very pretty. And it's so much more relaxing and open than I was expecting a place belonging to the Amarotines to be. As perfect beings they are. It's very pretty here, very relaxing. See you the woman standing in front of yonder building. Her name is Ismene. Or Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing out answers if needs be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Questions? For me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. The following events cannot be skipped. You might... Oh, right, okay. Begin asking questions. I hope this doesn't turn out like the fish thing. Greetings, Ismene. Oh, my friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge him. Certainly, Mistress Vernat. Anything to be of service. Just have to turn the cup around in my hands. I sold one fish. One whole fish. The others I just kind of ran out of time on. Or rather, ran out of conversational topics. What do you wish to know? Really? Everyone just sold one fish? Aw, that sucks. I felt really bad for Matsia. What are Hermes' interests? His interests? Well, he is an authority on flying life forms and has an expansive knowledge of living creatures in general. Is that what you wish to know? How would you describe him as a person? As a colleague? He is a quiet man, reserved you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as Chief Overseer. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long has Meteion been here? I cannot rightly say. As the Chief's personal creation, Meteion has not been subjected to observation and study like other concepts. So one day she was simply there, and what do you make of her abilities? I understand that she is a highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've not had occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you trust him? I beg your pardon? I've known Chief Hermes for many years. Though I cannot say we are close, he has never withheld information to the detriment of our duties, if that is what you mean. Forgive us, we seem to have veered slightly off course here. Is there perhaps someone else who can tell us more about Meteion? That would be Timaeus. He has similar expertise with flying concepts and is more than eager to discuss the subject. You'll find him conducting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come, Rarakumo. I think we've taken enough of Ismine's time. It's either Ismene or Ismene, and I'm not sure. But oh well. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? Not really, but... From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers, if you could track down the colleague Ismene mentioned. Although I felt compelled to take the reins of that previous conversation, your, fearless style of interrogation will eventually lead you into the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you've finished speaking with this Timaeus. Okay. I thought my questions were quite good, but never mind. You care, Rarai. He cares you, I'm sure. I know he cares Kailala. And plus, I've dressed him up now. I'm very pleased with his transmog. Although, oh wait, no, he's got a new scythe because I got a new scythe and I haven't reglammed it yet. I feel this is a standard answer she gives because you need both sets of answers. Ah, I see. That makes sense. I'll just have to keep fearlessly asking my questions then. Timaeus, there you are. Yes, I am Timaeus, but please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. Following events cannot be... Yep. Again, asking questions. So, what is it you wish to speak about? Let's see. Is it true you're an expert on flying creations? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations? Yeah, the beep 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 of the tech. The motorbike from Final Fantasy VII. Chief Hermes' work, a worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favourite of creators, Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. To the point where we had sharks with arms, and which were 5 times the size of people, and intelligence, like massive human intelligence, and other weird things. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Meteion too is a marvel, then. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Meteion as a concept, I have never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Meteion's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analysing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. Do you know of Dynamis and Entelekes, which are empaths, which is what Meteion is? Dynamis and Entelekes? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? That's one way of putting it. Then why bring up the subject? I am flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now, I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to? Not really. I mean, aside from asking about this stuff. This is good tea. Well, I kind of wish I'd gotten some Blue Lady Earl Grey, but never mind. Tasks involve being small and taking down shins, that's correct. It's one of my few important duties. Saving the world and then eating shins. There we go. I'm trying to do all this one-handed so I can keep the other in the blanket. Or holding onto my cup of tea. Because it's warm. Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of that rambling Ismene mentioned. So have you any new findings to share? I should have asked him about or told him about the abilities or something. I see, even an expert in the field had little understanding of Meteion's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. Or Dynamis. My questions resulted in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Meteion as his personal project, and could provide no details beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. Yeah, it was so cool realizing that this person is the goddess of light, Heidelin in the past. Because we found out in Shadowbringers that both she and Zodiac are primals. And she is the one that became Heidelin after she and her colleagues did the same thing as Zodiac to sacrifice themselves so as to become a primal. So they could battle Zodiac. And that was just like, wow! And also realising that Emmett Selk was still around gave me many, many joys. But technically speaking, Emmett is still around. At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis, and the Entelekes which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of those terms, let alone study them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I am inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the Chief Overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you can tell me about Meteion, aside from her unorthodox method of communication. She and her sisters were created to journey to the stars and search for intelligent life. According to Hermes, anyway, who made them. I rather wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? I guess I do. So these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves to Peripetea Crystalline. I hate these names. Not far from here, just follow the path to the west. All the names are so complicated and have too many vowels. Or not enough vowels. Although I missed travelling with him at XIV. He ran off in a huff. Ay, ay, ay. Tisk, Una. Ah. There we go. Okay. I'm back on track now. So pretty. Look at the architecture. It's so much better than Thavnair. So much less boring. This tower and the one further along are both part of Peripetea Crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elpis's observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it? I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with over the other tower, I shall join you there anon. I've never understood what that meant, joining someone there anon. Because it just makes me think anonymous. I don't know where anon came from. Okay. Let's see what this person has to say. Ooh. You have questions for me? Certainly, just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. I'm hoping for more voices soon. I'd like to hear more voice acting. Indeed, so if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviours, we should then have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? My little out-of-place self amongst all the Amarotines. The Chief's Overseer's personal research project. And by that, I assume you mean Meteion. Oh, Druid. Excuse me. It turns out that, Hermes, the person that we were talking about, he has, Thancred. He has Horshaphant's face. Because these people are like their otherworld selves are reborn in a way or something. I think. I'm not entirely sure. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteion appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galeen shared with me. Oh right, so it was just very similar and it wasn't actually him. That's disappointing. Oh well. Ah, Galeen is my partner, and a fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Meteion heavensward. A host of them. For several days she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. Sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Vanat, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Sorry, trying to get my blanket back under my feet. There we go. Mistress Vanat, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after that task, but I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favour me with a retelling of this sight which so delighted your Galeen? Of course, or you could hear it from her lips directly if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject in Metabasios Thalassi. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Vanat. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. 'Tis a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we proposed for the wisdom you accumulated during your travels as Azem. And after she was Azem, then she retired, and then we became Azem. Before we were Rara, or before we were the Warrior of Light, we were Azem. And when we arrived, Emmett Selk and Hithelodius commented that my energy, my ether, looked just like Azem's, just fainter. And they thought I was his familiar as a result, or their familiar, because I don't know whether Azem's male or female, but I assume it's whatever gender the race player is, or the player character is. So yeah, she is like the predecessor. She is the predecessor, the first, or the Azem before me. And I was the last Azem. And what would Elpis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed serve as a basis of the many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. Aye, I dare say there is not a soul alive more worthy of a return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey. I will be honoured. And also that's... very well. Shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galeen in person? Yes. Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. It will take you up the skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful, thank you. Yeah, and it turns out when someone retires from their role, then most often, but not always, they choose to die. They just choose to end their lives, and like, I don't know how they do it. Maybe they just choose it and then that's the end of it. But Vanat was one of the few who chose not to like retire and then go die. So she just kept going. She's decided to stay alive and just continue her business. Whereas the other Fandaniel, who is Hermes becomes Fandaniel, and the previous Fandaniel has decided to give up his life and pass the torch. And the current Hermes / Fandaniel to be is very upset about it and very conflicted. I have opened the path to the skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the skyway and you will find yourself at the entrance to Metabasios Thalassi. Crap. Skip that. Never mind. Oh, and Druid. I may have bought a bunch of Ida's weapons. So now I've got a whole bunch of Reaper sides to use. They're about £4. I was quite pleased. Mistress Vanat, just passing through? Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there is always an observer or two on the upper skyway. Although I'm hoping that the Edda Reaper scythe got added as well, I'm not sure. Alright, I could probably just bike. Yeah. Unhurried observer. Oh yeah, and they all wear masks. I didn't realise this because I said to Yuna, in the old Amaro, back in Shadowbringers, when Emmett Selk made a recreation of the entire city of Amaro, all the Amarotians there were like, they all wore robes kind of like those, except they were all smooth and weird, like ghostly. And instead of having actual faces, they were all just like shadowy orbs with shadowy skin and shadowy hands, and they just looked very different. And I thought that's what they were. I thought they were just like utopian beings made partially of energy or something like that. But it turns out it was just because they were shades, because they were simulacrums that Emmett Selk had made, whereas the actual Amarotines look like people, just who all wear masks. Because uniqueness and standing out is not a sin, but it's considered uncouth because they will want to be uniform, stuff like that. Mistress Vedat, I was not told to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome. Please, there is no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Galeen, if that might be arranged. Yes, Galeen, of course. I will inform her immediately. Ah, but she may be engaged in a testing phase. You could be in for something of a wait. Should I let her know your business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This lovely view will keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us. Oh, voice acting.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Some parts, yes. Others, not so much.
Dark, hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal.
It's very true.
While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures?
What adventures do you want to know about?
Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans.
What about the sad adventures of Edda?
I have an interest simply as a fellow traveller. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
I wouldn't know what stories to tell. There are lots of them. Different dungeons. Meeting Shiva or Isael. The Dragon Song War. Alamigo. Doma. The Steppes. Good King Mocklemog.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it.
Aw, I wish we could have heard what we were telling her.
Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet Yet in spite of this,
The catfish.
your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines,
Titania.
even in that faraway place, it gives me heart.
And the twinning. And the bopping music.
Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind?
The way they were made out to be.
Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe.
Maybe it's the point of the plot. I kind of drew on this earlier. But the way that Emmett Selk described his society and everything, he made it seem as though the Amarotines were all powerful, all commanding masters of magic and were basically single-handedly responsible for life itself. And I thought that like built up my image of them in my head, and why I thought of them as some utopian, like otherworldly, ethereal figures, almost gods. And now seeing them in this timeline and as they are, it just makes me think, yeah, they're just like people, just, you know, with magic. Just with potent magic. And I think I don't know whether that was intentional, whether it was me just reading into it too much and building up too much in my head, or if it was intentionally like misleading you like that into thinking that these people were godlike almost, like all-powerful creators. Yeah, so I'm wondering if that was an intentional thing, or if I was just like interpreting it in my own way and like blowing them up in my own head, or if Emmett Selk's whole interpretation of them was like putting those thoughts in my head to begin with, if that makes sense. I can't tell how much of it is Emmett Selk's description and his own intentional, or the story writer's intentional sort of like, yeah, they're like godlike, and yeah, it might just be that he's an unreliable narrator, and that it was intentionally trying to make them seem special. But I'm also not sure if it was just me thinking too much on it, or not really reading the story correctly. But either way, I really like how it's worked out, because now because it makes me realize that they're just like people, and it makes me have like a new sort of respect for them, and realizing that they're just as flawed as everyone else, and I like it. Because they're no longer just like otherworldly beings that are above everyone. They're just as human as anyone else. And I wasn't expecting that. But just speaking to Hermes was enough to, you know, show. Although some of them try to act as though they're better than they are, like Emmett Selk. They're all flawed deep down.
We too are miracles. Each and every one of us. Born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me. An epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without. Immense, yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating. How keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day. So very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
You think?
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
So cozy wrapped up in the blanket like this. It's much, much warmer than my bathrobe. Granted, so long as I have my hands within the blanket. Otherwise it gets a little bit cold again. Ugh. Right then. So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself would have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under that assumption, our next step should be to divine why, or even if, he might desire such a terrible fate for our star. Okay. The Nat has a new course of investigation in mind. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Matea. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives this research of his. Galeen said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stand at that same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, dang it. That's a long trip. Past as and future as I'm vibing together. Yay. They do seem to be having a good time, don't they? Just chilling out and talking and enjoying each other's company. Although I still don't trust Heidelin in full because of that vision. The same vision that Reen saw. That's worrying. That female voice laughing as the skies burned. That was pretty bad. Plus, it seems like this is trying to... You can tell I'm British. Why? I mean, duh. The accent. Now, if I were conducting some mysteries research, where would I go? The understatement. What about that one? Gonna switch back. There we go. Have you the means to fly? 'Tis quite a distance away. Unfortunately, no. Inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. You're gonna make me a golden dog? Yay! To me, Argos! Hey, doggo! The moon doggo! My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Ramakumo here over to the island? Hello, friend. Stubborn creature, there is no place on this great star we have not together travelled, and still he remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. I wonder what made him want to carry me in the future. What? You've ridden him before? Ah, your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing, that. Interesting. 'Tis certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. What? Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. And besides, I might even teach you a thing or two in the bargain. You seem doubtful, a useful lesson or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember, a memory of the distant past to cherish. What say you, traveller out of time? Choose your battlefield. Hey. I admire your confidence. Clear your mind and prepare your weapons. I will await you in the clearing over yonder. Yay. Gonna fight Hydaelyn. Or Vernat, even. Gonna fight past Azem. Admittedly, I wasn't expecting this for this. I wasn't expecting it to go this way. Enjoy my Hydaelyn trial. Yeah. He's rather bold. 7 other people to help kick her ass. Oh wow, it is a trial. Holy crap. Shall we begin? Be warned, I'll not go easy on you. Okay. Jeez. I was expecting to just be a little purple thing between us, but... Well. Here we go. I like the music already.
Let neither side hold back.
Ow. Well.
My blade sings!
Oh, at least I am healing. Oh, crap. Well, she told me to, so to be fair, it's kind of my job, you know? I wouldn't be kicking her butt if I had the choice.
My blade
but...
sings!
No, you're fine. Your blade isn't singing yet.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Zeus's mantle. Oh, she's the dancer now. Nice.
No quarter.
Oh shit. Right, yes. What?
Have a taste.
I don't... God damn, I have no... Okay, I was getting really mixed up there. I did not know what was going on. I could not tell what was going on during that spinny section. I am going to also turn down the system sounds just a little bit. Okay. I haven't done Emerald. I've not even done Emerald. I've not done any of the weapons aside from Ruby. If I'd done them, maybe it would make this easier.
My blade sings!
True blink. Oh, right, yes.
My blade sings!
I mean, it's not so bad at the moment. But I know it's going to get much, much worse. But now it's nice and easy.
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
Now it's going to get tough. Dancer Heidelin is much harder. Ironically. Because dancers are usually pretty squishy.
No quarter.
Okay, so... this bit... fine.
Have a taste.
Ow! Okay, ow! Damn it. Oh crap, are you just gonna keep doing this? Oh no, maybe not. Okay. Right, I got it that time. I'm good.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
We'll see, won't we? And now you're a mage. Okay, you've gone full Shiva. At least you haven't got it out of bow yet. True arrow. Oh crap. Ow. Oh damn. Okay. Fine. Okay.
Prepare yourself.
Oh shit. Crap. I see how this is gonna go. Crap. Oh no. No. Oh no. Okay. Whew. That's fine. Oh, no, don't stand there. Oh, okay, never mind. Nope, still good. Still good. Still handling it. Still just fine. Through stone. That's gonna hurt. Again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ow. Shit. No, I think I'm okay. I'm just a little stoned. I'm still good.
Very well. Let us move to the final
God damn
trial.
it. You know, I thought you'd at least go easier on me. I'm your future baby. Kind of. In a manner of speaking. You know? I meant full Shiva as in she was going to get out her bow, you know? The Shiva bow. I didn't think she'd honestly go full Shiva, like start using Shiva-based pattern attacks. Can you not put AoEs right in the middle of this stuff, please? I kind of need to attack this. Oh god. This isn't going to end well for me, is it? Come on. Oh my god, no! Oh, fuck me. Oh, I'm so dead. I don't... Can you stop with this, please? All this stuff, maybe? Oh my god, really? For God's sake. Okay, I'm not sure how much damage this is going to do. Oh, fantastic. It's going to... Nope, that's not going to last.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will.
Fantastic. Ow! That's unnecessary. Ow!
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope.
Yeah,
I've
thanks.
seen enough.
Okay. Thank you. That hurt. I'm actually kind of surprised I made that out alive.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you.
Apparently. Oh.
One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, his strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
Yep. And now we've got double dogs. Yay! Thank you for your clone.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
Yay. Got my own weird dog now.
Boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their
Have I
aid.
already changed the past? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Have I already changed the past somehow? At one point, and now I'm just repeating history. The past has already been changed. There is no way to actually change it. It's just a set path continuously. I was eventually destined to go to the past and change it. Or try and change it. Only for it to end in exactly the same way. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where Meteor made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion. Oh yeah, that's true. No festering wish for oblivion. Then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us, rather than against us. Hey, Smooth. Banat has Argos and his double at heel. Let us move over to the edge before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. Ugh, that was a hard fight. I mean, it wasn't, like, the most difficult fight I've ever done, but it was still not what I wasn't expecting to have to fight her. Caught me off guard. Especially, I had to put more thought into it than I was expecting to. Argos motions to his back with his muzzle. You've been given the go-ahead to hop on. Yes. It's all so pretty. Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. It's funny because Argos is the name of a store here where you like order things out of catalogues and then give them the card and then they get you the item you want and they slide it down a ramp. It's not a very good way of explaining it, but... No, they're flying... Now, what was the name of that tree? They're flying dogs. I forget the name. Knows something. Oh, no, Notiferon. I didn't read all that. She's speaking too quickly. The servant of Hera in Greek mythology. Really? That's what Argos is. Oh wow. I wonder why they named the supermarket the retail store after that then. Brace yourself for the landing. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last moment. I wonder why they called Argos that then. Huh. Interesting. You go in and you take this little card and you look through the catalogue and you put the number down on the card along with your name and other stuff. And then when you hand it in, they will then have someone in the
Quite a
warehouse
small
grab
place,
stuff.
lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Nope. Oh wait, well, technically. The echo of light and whatnot.
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me.
Step, 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 step.
There are two ways to see the past.
I'm glad she's looking down at me.
The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
I would, but I blink automatically. Can you imagine if they hadn't programmed it so that the characters didn't look down at you when you were, like, depending on your height? Dun, dun, dun.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last.
He still has a really
Every
weird
step
face.
of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteion, though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower
that when they made the Elpis? Is that going to be something else?
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet...
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution.
Man, we're just telling everyone the future now, aren't we? We're just straight up going against the rules of Back to the
Then
Future
it is
here.
settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness.
Who
It would
gives
not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
only those with main power, main character power? Yeah, fair enough. Who cares? Who cares that some of us won't be born anymore? Screw it. Let's change history. There are any number of places where Hermes might be an Elpis. But we could do worse than look in Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Ethosacalec. These names! Ethoseletikos. Boreas, the northern isle. Now I'm just pulling a Crichton. But I wonder, Rarakumo, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined to release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them all on so few islands? The answer lies within Ktisis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Ellipse's observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the teleporter north of Poitin Oikos. Okay, and where's that? Travel from northerly Zephyrnius. Oh, there we go. Okay. Save me riding all the way back. And no, not ketchup. It's not nearly as delicious. I have some really good sriracha ketchup in the fridge, and I'm slowly working my way through that. Yeah. No, I logged off. Although, welcome back. I hope you slept well. I went around 3 hours ago. What time is it? Yeah. I left around 3 hours ago, and I came back on about an hour ago now. Hour and 15 minutes. Because I wanted to continue, because I'm invested. Fully invested now. But I wanted to get food and stuff, you know. I'm only partially human. I still need food. This appears to be the teleporter Vanat told you about. Motes of light yet hang in the air, suggesting the device was but recently activated. Yes. Did you sleep well? Where are we now? Oh, we're up there. Okay. Right. Ah, good. The teleporter acknowledged you as my guest. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way to Hyperborea. We follow this path, then turn left at the crossroads. I wonder how you actually pronounce that. I'm just gonna call it Kiss. Or Kiss. Or Kiss. Keys. Little keys. Little keys. Jesus. Little keys. Okay. Right then. Almost done. I think. Maybe. Let's see. I want to know when we get to the dungeon. Because at this point, I'm not sure what the dungeon might be, but I know once we finish it, we'll probably hit level 88. But it seems so far away. Here we are, the grandest research facility in Elpsis. We should head inside and ask about after Hermes' whereabouts. Hermes is another facility, as we have just discovered. Oh wow! Ithelodius and Emmett! And it starts with Catissis being hard to pronounce. It is, Catissis. It's weird. Furthermore, we've confirmed that his studies into Dynamis, as well as his creation of Meteon, were entirely private pursuits. No one else we spoke with appeared to possess the chief's depth of knowledge on the subject, and neither did we hear any tales of stolen research. Good, I'm glad you did. Which means that if Hermes himself harbours no desire to bring down an apocalypse, then he might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Emmett Selk. Yay, Emmett. He's still sulking. According to your story, the 14 divined the connection between the celestial currents and the final days, but were never able to pinpoint the root source of the calamity. With our people's greatest minds, not to mention Hithelodius's sharp eyes, committed to the pursuit of a solution, such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is that if the nature of the catalyst was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what better fits that description than the invisible, intangible Dynamis? Which in turn leads us to our next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fandaniel, not recognise the subject of his own research? We must assume that he either knew and was unable to help, or that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. He is a tsundere. To be clear, the Convocation does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. We are practiced at perceiving truth, and would have known had Fandaniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world to end. Of that, I am certain. It seems there is more to the tale after all. Yay. Emmett came back. We conducted an investigation of our own, you see. So where is Hermes then? How comforting. We seem to have reached the same exact conclusion. I see no reason to delay further. 'Tis time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as Emmett Selk, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. I really hope the next duty is involving them. These are my crew now. So, Vanat can be the DPS, Emmett can be the other DPS, the Black Mage, and Hithelodius can be the healer. Hithelodius is eager to find Hermes. Hunger in the garden. I think the time for leisurely exploration is past. If I might have a moment to adjust my vision. There he is, on the next dial over. Meteon is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study, but I suggest we hurry over before they venture elsewhere. Head straight down the path. We can teleport to Misopsis Euros from the device at the bottom of the slope. And off we go. Da-dum, bum, bum. Okay. Dum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Man, I love this story. I thought Shadowbringers was going to be just the top, but they've really finished it. Well, they're really working through it here. I'm so pleased, because I said after Shadowbringers, or after they announced Endwalker, how are they going to actually make the story better than Shadowbringers? How are they going to top it? Yeah, they do. Blow Shadowbringers out the water and make every old piece of content better while they're at it. Hell yeah. Wait, how do they make old content better? Or do you mean because they just sort of like lit everything up and it's all now like, it all connects and we're all, I'll see soon enough. Okay, that's ominous, but I'm intrigued. They are close by, within the Hungering Gardens. That would be the circular enclosure you see up ahead. Well then, Rarakumo, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to us. If I were to go, he would assume I was only there to press him on the Fandaniel matter. Of all of us present, you stand the best chance at convincing him to put aside his work for the moment. But the creations in there are not exactly... Then again, perhaps Rarakumo can handle them. He did survive a bout with Vanat, after all. Off you go find Hermes, but do be prepared to come to blows with the garden's denizens. I have cleared Omega, yes. Including the twins, which I think is the last part, isn't it? The only thing I haven't done, I haven't done the weapons. Journal. I haven't done the Boja stuff. I haven't done whatever Fear of the Dark is. Oh, I haven't done Eden stuff. I haven't finished Eden. I haven't done the last Firebird quest for the tiger people, the animals, the spirits or whatever they're called, or the weapons. There's a lot of trials I've not done actually. Come to think of it, I kind of skipped all of them. Maybe I should queue for them at some point. Anyway, especially because I want to know what that present is. Oh, wait. Okay. Wait. Oh, no, these weren't the things I was remembering. I was thinking they looked like the actual things, the End of Days things for a second there. I was like, nah, it's not the End of Days monsters. That's something entirely different. These are just marbles. Tower of Tendril, more like Tower of Flower, with mouthwards. Okay. The Four Lords may be worth. Eden has very little relevance directly or some good lore itself, but Omega and Bahamut. I've not done all of Bahamut. I know of the story because I watched some lore videos on it, because it's actually still kind of hard to beat. There are still mechanics that you need like other people for, and because there were only 4 of us trying to do it, we didn't last very long. I think the one we got stuck on was the one that gets stuck in Ruby Weapon, because we couldn't beat her because she kept on like auto-killing us when we got to a certain point because we couldn't beat some DPS timer, or there was a mechanic that we weren't doing correctly. So she kept kicking our ass. Hey. Fuck. Oh dear. You're gonna die if you're not careful. Oh no, don't die. Oh no. Oh, I'll have to get her up again after this. Give me a second, girl, I'll get you up. Or at least I hope I will. Don't die, says the Reaper. Yeah, well... It's different when we're trying to actually save other people, isn't it? But yeah, I wanna finish the Bahamut thing, but we struggled because there was mechanics involved. The hell? There were mechanics involved that we couldn't do. So, yeah. Have all side content done, there's some extra scenes here and there, but in terms of lore understanding, mostly just optional. I mean, I would like to see the additional lore things, but it's a bit late for that now. I can always go back and watch and then giggle about it afterwards, can't I? Okay, well, I don't know what the hell I'm looking for. It's getting on my nerves that I don't know what I'm looking for. I mean, I know who I'm looking for, but... There we go. Hey, Hermes. About time. Hiding from me, as you were. Big scene, it's pretty big still coming. If you do the minimum 4 Lords and Bahamut, you should be getting basically the full video. Oh crap, I didn't read that. An important matter and unrelated to my decision on Van Daniel, you say? Then yes, I will come as soon as my work here is finished. It will not be long, I promise, but you really should wait outside the garden with the others. This is no place for idle exploration. Okay, so... I mean, I don't think I can actually solo any of the... whatever they're called, these guys, anyway. Unless you want to try and hop on now and do them with me. But the last one I have is Hell's Kia. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that done. I can probably get... I can maybe get a final coil of Bahamut done? Oh wow, I did the final coil of Bahamut. Oh wait, no, that's... Yeah, the final coil of Bahamut, not Savage. I'm not sure if I did... It would say, wouldn't it, if I'd... Yeah, it would have a check mark, so... I doubt I'm going to come out well from this. No, Bahamut isn't done because I've not got the check mark on it. So I guess I should try and do this, but I'd probably die, wouldn't I? I don't know how tough it is to solo. Well, let's see how badly I get my... Whoops. Let's see how badly I get my ass kicked. Oh, I could do that now. If you think I'd make it. Otherwise... You know. Otherwise I won't get the full scene, will I? Or will it kill me? Will it be too hard? Will I be very upset? Will I be like, oh no, this is a terrible idea? Ooh, I forgot how creepy Bahamut was. That's really creepy. I forgot how much I disliked this. Because I saw it at a distance. I have no idea what I'm going to have to do. What up, Bath Matt? Oh yeah, I forgot Alphino and Alize were here. Having seen their grandpa.
'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end.
Hey, they're voiced. I know. I'm just like, hey, they sound... I mean, they sound different, but they're also dressing the same. Wow.
Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
Also, they sounded completely different. They sounded American. Almost. Or they were Americans being British. Bloody hell. Alize wearing Alphino's clothes. It's so weird. Ah, it's still gross.
I did not think him capable.
I'm so glad they changed the voice actors. No offense to them, but I think Sid is still played by Grant George. And he's one of my favorite voice actors. So, oh dear. They're already dead.
Alize! Alize!
Oh, Willem Lee, really? Oh, okay. And Alphino sounds nothing like... Oh my god, they both sound... I think he's voiced by Sam Riegel here. The guy who played Teddy in Persona. in Persona 4.
It finally over.
So yeah, that's cool. Oh, Sam Riegel also...
Will not survive another blast.
Sam... You think this voice actor is better for the male one? Is better for the current one, but the current female one is better. I think they're both better as they are now. But Sam Riegel also played, or also plays, Brahm in Guild Wars 2. And as Brahm, he has a deep kind of like voice. It's really funny. I guess I'm gonna Reaper this.
No. Is this how I honor my promise to grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I'm so glad they got fully British voice actors to do all this.
I will, grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have.
I'm so glad they changed them all up. They just sound weird. And like they're so clearly Americans trying to do British accents, and it's terrible. Oh, America.
That reason has been with me all along, guiding
All
me.
along?
Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness.
Shearing through endless crowds of darkness. Oh my god.
I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable.
I'm sure you are, Alize.
Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc.
Correct.
I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
All that we know and love. Oh wow, she used to be a book reader as well. I have never heard Louis Soif speak though, so that was interesting. Because he's only ever been in like FMV form.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last.
At last. Ugh. Oh dear.
Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
Thank goodness Yoshi P started doing something different with these guys. Wing! Saying that, the cinematic quality of the cutscenes is still good. Even if the voice acting isn't. Like, this is something I'd expect to see in the current kind of... the current game. I didn't think they'd have this sort of quality back then. In A Realm Reborn.
For the future of Eorzea!
Although that was kind of... dumb.
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
Dum bum 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 bum. Dum ba 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 bum 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 bum. Dum bum ba ba da bum 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 bum. Hey, I'm a shooting star. Hell yeah. Bum 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 ba bum. Man, that was hilarious and terrible. Me and my 7 imaginary friends, of which I am the only one visible. Oh dear. This doesn't bode well. So, Bahamut, you're gonna go easy on me, right? Maybe I should have worn tank gear. Although then again, my tank gear is less than my Reaper gear. Hi, Bahamut. Is this gonna hurt? Am I gonna be okay? I'm not gonna be okay, am I? You're still the very endgame boss of the endgame raid, even if it was from 3 games ago. 4 games. Oh, but I do have the epic echo and everything else, so wish me luck. Yay. Oh wait, I'm okay, I think. Maybe. That still did more damage than I was expecting it to. I guess. Mega Flare. Okay, well. 200k HP, yeah. I just hope it's enough. Giga Flare? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm fine. Hey, Titania. I'm just gonna hide over here, I guess. Ow. The song's still good. The pain of Mysidia and the blood of Mysidia. You're fine. Bye. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. Now it's weak to physical. Thank God. Oh. Wow. I thought for a second there, I was like, I can't attack it. I'm stuck. Gust of Mysidia. Are you going to join me, Bahamut? I'm kind of bored here. Dum ba bum ba bum. Okay. And 2. Yay. I know I shouldn't be congratulating myself for doing a level 50 dungeon, but I've not done this before and I kind of wasn't sure what to expect because I struggled on one of the tiers because of that boss that you had to do mechanics for. Oh, here we go again. There we go. I'll just stand here, I guess. Am I meant to be doing something? Storm of Mysidia? You're just Titania, and I've got you as a mount. Because I got enough golden chocobo feathers. Oh, and the blood of Mysidia again. Am I missing something here, or is it just gonna... Oh, for God's sake. Come on, please. I have no magic. Please bear with me, thank you. Seriously, what? Sin of Mysidia? Am I meant to... I get the feeling I'm not doing something right here. Yeah. Flex, I have you as a mount. Get out of my face. I've tamed you. What the hell is this? Flare dampening. Damage taken by Bahamut's Terror Flare is reduced and damage dealt is significantly reduced. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just stand here then. I guess. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Oh shit. Mega Flare. Oh wait, Mega Flare dive. Nope. Don't want to. Okay. There we go. Oh, that was pretty scary though. Look at that. 10 seconds to Terror Flare. Here we go. Ready. Boop. Bang. Ah, no damage. Whoa, Golden Bahamut. Oh. Never mind. Hey again. Oh, Ankh-Morn still hurts though. I mean, you know, a little bit. It's not, you know, mind-breaking or anything, but it's still not gentle. Mega Flare and boom. Yay. now I just need to try and single man the Phoenix. Bum 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 ba do 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 do. Ba-dum bum bum ba bum. There's 2 on that series and they are on roulette, so it shouldn't be too hard. I think... Wait, how many more... I thought Phoenix was the last one. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. There was no reason to do that. Oh, answers. Hey. What was the other thing I got? I got Dreadworm handgun. Hey, cool. Neat. Well, that's not as cool as I was hoping it would be. Oh, but I need to... Well, I may as well do them on screen then. But I'm not going to be able to do them solo, am I?
You did it!
But I doubt people are queuing for it, so it's probably going to take a while, and I want to get the cutscene. I want to get the cutscenes so I can see the long cutscene for thingy. So I can get all the lore. I need to absorb everything. It needs to all be absorbed in one sitting, otherwise I won't pick it up later. I'll just be like, whatever. I've seen all I need to. Although I'm struggling to listen to these two speak. It's so weird. I know it's unnecessary, but I wish they'd gone back and re-recorded the lines. It sounds so out of place.
But one task remains.
One task remains. Like bad Cockney. If you do everything, you turn a 20-minute cutscene into a 45-minute cutscene with every... That sounds pretty rad to me.
With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
How soon does that happen? Like, how quickly should I be looking to do that? Because if it's something that Eureka didn't count for it, well, that's probably for the best. Although I didn't do Bozia either, so I'm going to miss out on Bozia. I've also... Well, I didn't do Eureka either, so... But... Either way, there's going to be a lot that I'm missing. But how soon before I hit it then? Because if it's something that I'm gonna run into soon, then maybe I should look into getting that done before I do anything else. Are we just gonna dissolve Bahamut now? Shooing! Hey, it's gone. Killed it. Good. Just the heart left. Which it too crumbles away. Ether slowly dispersing back to the life stream. After I return to current day stuff, I get to deal with some more Charlian stuff. It happens after you are asked to grab certain items in that part. Maybe I'll try and get it done tonight then. After I stop streaming.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
Alpha always was the smarter twin, just not the common sense twin. Or maybe the other way around.
I was not certain.
Or maybe neither of them have
But
common
from
sense.
all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born.
Still a lot to do in this zone.
Put two and two together.
Does the dungeon happen in this zone, or is that after I get back too?
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction.
Okay, he's not as bad as I thought he was, but...
May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
But he's still not as good as the current Alpha now. As much as I like Sam Riegel.
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Someone just gets hilarious.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity.
They really can't do British accents.
May also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened.
It just makes me grimace.
Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the
and
fate
lock
of both
away.
Grandfather.
Who says lock?
Bahamut.
Who says lock? What kind of British person says lock away? It's lock away. Or look away. Lock away. Lock away these primal urges.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done.
I'm sure they're trying their best, but Christ.
The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved.
It's so good that they just hired Brits to do it.
The Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough.
You agree, don't you, Una? We're going to keep this locked away, we are.
Back to the surface. Poor Urianger must be beside himself with worry.
Sid in Bredonia is a blessing and a curse. Yeah, well, like I said, I like Grant George, so... On the other hand, Gaius' monologue in Praetorian would suck if it was a capable voice actor. Or at least a more fitting one. Oh, man. I can't... Can you remember any of his lines? Because I don't remember, but I know they're funny. Tell me, for who do you fight? Elise would bring the tale of the 7th Umbral Calamity to a close. How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? And here we are again. After that descent into madness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, it is only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the rest of truth must that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down the cerulean processing plant. Okay. So we'll hand this in, and then hopefully that'll count, yeah? And I won't need to bother with anything else. Remember clothed up, yeah! Back before he looked like Daddy Urianger. Ah, the warrior of light returneth, undimmed from the depths of darkness. Be thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alize? I can't tell which is which. Here, my friend. Forgive us our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bloody hell. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! The more rugged one is Alize. That sounds about right. What horrors your young eyes must have seen! What suffering your young bodies must have borne! Pray tell me, where you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make you for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that. Master Louis Soir, then you met with him once more. But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal you all to you in due course, dear friend. But first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalmud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger and I will more than suffice. Should you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. They seemed much more caring about one another here than they do now. She's always like, "Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way." No, naught could be further from the truth, Alize. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. They got used to each other again, so now they can sass harder. That's true. Then it is settled. Urianger, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Man, I forgot that Urianger was like their babysitter. Granted, they're still just as short. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we just achieved together stands as testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Man, it's hard to believe that she didn't really get any screen time until Stormblood came out, isn't it? Thank you. When she became a red mage. I don't remember seeing her in Heaven's Ward at all. There is a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. It's basically out until 3.0 when the Warriors of Darkness poisoned her. Oh, right. Oh, I don't remember that at all. Shows how long it's been since I played it. Ah, I get teleported. Nice. Oh, wow, she's not wearing Alphino clothes anymore. She's wearing pauper clothes. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? Now I want to hear the Praetorium speech again. 2 expansions later. Final days, life may not go on. Yeah, exactly. I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. Big smile on my face. But the thought of the people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of their saviour, of your deeds. The injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. No, I'm too modest for that. I know I'm awesome. I don't need everyone else to know too. How typical of you, Rarakumo. Call me Rara. Ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. This is one of the quest lines Ishikawa worked on. Really? All the way back in the day. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You were the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. It's no wonder a lot of people loved it then. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. She also did Rogue, and in Heavensward she did most notably, I know she did DRK. The Omega questline is also hers, as well as Azim's Step. Oh wow. All the questlines that come back notably are her work. That makes sense. All the questlines that are like the best ones also. Because the Azim Step was great. Especially, you know, little son. Little? Yes, this spot will do. Little son, little son. Oh, I mean, I respected Magnai still during Stormblood. Just because he got mocked didn't mean I had any less respect for him. Dude was a warrior. But it was just funny. And, like, I felt kind of bad for him. For Grandfather, Nail, and the dragons of Mercidia. For all those who were taken by the calamity. Man had robes ready for his Nama. He was just constantly prepared to meet the love of his life, and you respect that in him, yeah. He just wants his wife or partner or whatever. His Nama. He wants the moon to his sun. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. And now I can summon it. We can all summon it. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea. Oh, you do. And when I do, I will fight with all my being. Oh, you do. Man wants himself a wifey, and when he meets her, he's prepared no matter the situation. You know what? I respect him for having that much forethought into life. Yeah. You have done so much for me, Rarakumo. Just call me Rara. One day, I hope to be able to repay you in kind, and you do. And then you owe me again, and then and then you owe me again and again. I have no doubt, but that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in so doing. I do. I shall endeavour to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope to one day become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Oh, you do. You do. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. Oh, you're not. Definitely not. That's me giving my thumbs up in the future. When we next meet, I promise I will not disappoint you. Oh, you do not. You don't. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Farewell for 5 minutes, Elise. Next we meet, she's basically dying because she got shot. Yeah. I mean, she doesn't disappoint me. Alisail. Yuki. There's not an I before the E, I think, is there? I think it's just Alize. Do 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 do. I forgot what that sounded like. Uncoiled. A new chapter of New Game Plus has been added. Okay, so that is done. I have officially, after 8 years? No. 5, 6 years. 5 or 6 years, finally completed Bahamut and the Binding Coil. Wow. And while I'm here... Da-ba-ba-ba. Yay. Okay. I've got all my Reaper weapons now. Well, I want to know what Reaper weapons are in there. But I also need to get rid of... Bloody hell, there's a load of stuff I could use and get rid of. I'll keep all that. Okay. Right, I'll do the actual other stuff later because it's not something I can solo. And for now... Excuse me. I'll go back to wherever it was that I was before. A world unsundered. And I will head back to... There we go. 395 gil. Wow, that's reasonable. I thought it was going to be like 5 billion gil. Especially because it's in the past. Oh well. It's in the past on a completely different planet. Oh wait, no, it's not a completely different planet, is it? Or is it technically it's an unsundered... It's an unsundered planet. So technically, same planet, but unsundered. Or something. It's measured as if it's the Crystal Tower / Mordona. Oh, I see. I guess that kind of makes sense. Although I was hoping to end up in Amaro again. You know, the city proper. Because this place is pretty, but it's not Amaro. I was hoping to hear more smooth jazz. Like they have in the Ankh Nida or whatever it's called. On the radio. Elodius, what have you got to say? You spoke with Hermes then? And we were briefly entangled with the denizens of the Hungry Gardens as well as I see. Or should I say, smell. As well as see, yeah. I cannot speak for certain convocation members, but I for one am impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now that you've convinced Hermes to confer with us, let us pray that things will soon take a turn for the better. For as fascinating as it would be to meet the Emmet Selk who would recreate Amaro in the depths of the ocean, I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone, naive hope that it is. Emmet Selk seems content to stay where he is. Hermes said he would not be long, yes? Then we shall wait here until he emerges.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief.
Shut up.
Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
Mm-hmm.
The final days.
I I am small from the future, here to figure out how to be
The
less small.
phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
They do all have very pretty eyes, don't they?
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. A source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere. According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without a Theris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm.
Oh dear.
I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
Don't like that. Nuh-uh. Don't like that.
May we please be friends?
Meteion. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness.
Don't be afraid.
Connection established. Commencing status report.
Phrase most likely to make someone afraid, yep. Meteion's not having the best of days.
It hurts, it hurts! It hurts! So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteion. Steady.
So scared. So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why do we? They hurt.
Oh dear.
Hate. This is wrong. All wrong.
She's gone? But how?
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteion also employs Dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Yay, Emmett taking control. We can do it. We're gonna do it. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, serious tense music time. Just be over here. You calm your mind, your senses questing for any hint of Meteion's presence. I fail to hear her voice, she must be elsewhere. Huh. And Meteion getting Tesleaned, yeah. That's what my first thought was not again! Words without sound, lifted straight out of answers. Huh. I don't remember what answers is. Was it a song? Come on. Answers was the song that marked the ending of 1.0. Oh! Was that what was playing during the Bahamut fight? Because I thought it sounded familiar. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't know the lyrics though, obviously, so... Interesting. Bahamut comes out of the moon and nukes shit, yeah. Just going full blast on every single army. Oh no, Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run to hide. Meteion's anguished voice grows distant. The source seems to flee down the path, I guess. Come on, Meteion, we need to figure this out. Oh, Meteion. We need to get you here and we need to figure out what the hell that was because we're a little worried. A little concerned about all this. This could hold a clue. You strain to catch even the faintest whispers. Come on, where are you? Where are you, bird girl? We've got to get some answers here. We need some info. You're the best chance at us understanding this and whatever that was. Please. 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 Here we go. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. Oh no, we can't tell them that. We must run far away. Oh, for God's sake. Will you just come here already? You're cute, but I'm getting annoyed. Please don't follow me. I have to follow you. Page you climb to the top of the blah 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 blah. God damn. Just get here already. We get a spanking. Dumb bird. Go around and up the hill. Just for the sake of finding a bird that's going mad. Thanks to otherworldly entities. So I'm assuming that that the laughing came from one of her sisters, I guess, who have seen some very disturbing stuff in the dark above, or whatever they call it. In the dark space. In space. And they've all gone completely batshit, like cosmic horror levels of batshit. You strain to catch them, blah 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 blah. Which the dark place, yeah. Like Garth Marenghi. Although if that is the case, I'm kind of disappointed because I wanted it to all wrap around neatly. And if it ends up being the dark place, you mean outer space? Yep, well that too. But if it does end up just being a random random thing that gets introduced in this chapter, it's like, oh, it turns out it's a bird girl from Emmett Selk's old times, then it's like, or a spooky hopsicle. I'm really hoping it's more than just random bird girl of spooky time. Because otherwise I think it'll be a bit disappointing. Unless it turns out to be, oh, and it turns out this girl all along was really Meteion. Or something. You know? You know what I mean? And that young girl that nobody liked grew up to be Hydaelyn. Or something. Like in the same way that it turned out all along that that Flowey turned out to be Azrael. You know what I mean? If it was like that kind of reveal, it turns out Meteion all along was this big bad that we've known from the beginning, or something like that. If it turns out to just be, oh yeah, it turns out the big bad that's making the final days is actually just, oh shut up, you already played it. And if it turns out the whole thing all along is just random bird people that were made by this guy, turn out to be the big bad, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. Turns out the final days is Meteion. Yeah, exactly. If it turns out to be something like that, I'm going to be quite disappointed because I'm hoping for something a little bit more chunky. A reveal that's a little bit more strong, you know? Like how it turned out that Phoenix, or that Louis Soir was Phoenix. You know, I want it to loop around and I want it to be a clean circuit. I don't want it to just be random person introduced in this expansion turns out to be the big bad all along. How? How did it come to this? Is this the reason we travel to the stars? Why we sort out other life forms? Is this it? Is this the answer? No, it cannot be. It cannot be. Meton's anguished voice drifts away to the side. Can you just get here already, you stupid bird? Getting sick of your shit now. Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, it is true, but it doesn't make it suck any less. I'd be less pissed off all along if it did turn out to be Hydaelyn. And that Hydaelyn was corrupted by these evil otherworldly things that the Meteions found. Well, she wouldn't be small and cute by then, would she? She'd be like Prime Garuda or something like that. Prime Garuda. Garuda Prime. Like Bahamut Prime, but a big bird person. Like, I'd be less pissed off if it was something like that. If it was like a big version of Garuda. Because at least it would tie around into it. Like, oh, it turns out that this guy made Garuda all along. It would, like, kind of make sense. Compiling report for dissemination to Hermes and all people of Aetheris. Processing expedition data. Preparing profiles on intelligent civilizations. Formulating answers to the question. Finalizing report. No, Rarakumo, you mustn't listen. I need to listen. Can you just stand still? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna fucking pull your wings off. I'm gonna break your legs. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Are you fucking kidding me? Getting old quick. Any sign of Meteion? Yes, she's pissed off 5 times in a row. Panicked and confused, which made it all the more difficult to predict her movements. I'm gonna break her fucking legs. What I'm gonna do. Hermes, what do you make of this situation? The Meteor are linked to a single mind, a shared consciousness, which connects them across any distance. I suspect something has happened which disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access this shared consciousness of theirs? Much as you would approach any sentient being, directly. In the Meteor's case, this means speaking to any incarnation within physical reach. So unless we can track down the Meteion we just lost, we have no means to communicate with them. No way of knowing what befell her sisters, no way to provide directions or guidance. Then we'd best set our musing aside and concentrate on how we might find her. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my dear Meteion, what did you witness out there that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep it from us? How terrible could it possibly be? Pytholodius has a suggestion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Meteion renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does it not? If so, how could we not then disrupt her concealment with a surfeit of ether? Much how Selk solidified your presence when we first met you. Don't be absurd. I can hardly channel ether to a recipient whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Rarakumo will continue the search in the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once he ascertains Meteion's likely location, you proceed to reveal our wayward familiar with a swift ethereal downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easier to capture by fleeing towards Leith. Leith. Assuming she is made visible, it should prove no great feat to herd her into a corner. Then we have our plan. Rarakumo and Selk will be our tracker and trapper respectively, while we others predict and obstruct Meteion's avenues of escape. Selk and I will keep an eye on each other's ether to help coordinate our efforts. Let us be about it. Okay. Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let us return to where we last saw Meteion and pick up the trail from there. I will keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at a moment's notice, meaning it falls to you to keep the way clear. Okay. Yeah, Selk, the adventure buddy. Suspicious disturbance. By keep the way clear, he means kill anything that comes our way. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide, yes, I'll just have to hide then, where no one can find me. Toward the water's edge, she went to the lake, as if this wasn't tiresome enough. Well, at least that open expanse should make her easier to find. We won't lose her this time. What's he got to say about this? I want to know. Look, a talkie spot, yeah. We should be able to reach the bottom of this drop by climbing down the rocks to the water's edge. Do not even think of dragging me over the falls. Final days or no, if I end up drenched from head to toe, I swear I will feed you to a remora. Oh. Oh, I thought maybe I could drench him head to toe, but hey, a remora. Bum, bum, bum. Although he's not as drenched as I was hoping he would be. I thought he was going to comment afterwards. It was a really convenient remora to aggro. Yeah, it was. Maybe that was why they put it there, because they knew someone would jump down. It was like, hey, karma. Okay. Oh, for God's... yeah, right. God damn it. Oh, I forget this part. Because they know if Emmett says something no like that, people are going to do it just to piss him off. Yeah, exactly. That was my plan anyway. God damn it. I need to remember that I can't just ride off while I'm taking someone with me. Because the game isn't convenient like that. This whole whatever thing, this escort thing has gotten old very quickly. And they need to make it so that mobs just run alongside you whenever you're going at whatever speed. Like they do in every other video game now. Okay, let's try that again. And I'm also going to get a drink in a minute. Or at least some water. Right then. Emmett Selk. Now let's go and squeeze between the things here. And then we'll keep squeezing. Squeeze between these two. And then we'll get over here. Nope, nope. Suspicious disturbance. Yay. Not here. I'm not here, please. Or are you? I think you are. Right there. Do it, Emmett. By that rock, is she? Very well. Very well. Hey, the snap. I hope we get a snap emote eventually, or is that on the store? What? Why can't I hide? There is one mog store. I'll have to get it. We will hear your report, good or bad. Arakuma, what are you saying? Everything is so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away, I'm begging you. Don't make me say it. It will break him. His poor fragile heart. Will you just... Where are the other two? Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, the two of us can herd her into their midst. He's a pain, not fragile. I mean... Yeah, but also... Oh shit, right. Sorry, Emmett. I'm sure he's also a baby. You know, before he turns into a megalomaniacal maniac. No, megalomite. What's the word? Megalomaniac. That's the one. Thank you, Yuna. Okay. I thought Smooth was going to be the one to... Megalomaniacal maniac. I honestly thought Smooth was going to be the one to jump in first. But he was late. Oh wait, shit. And Emmett Selk is nearly... Yeah, I know! See how easy it is to forget? This is such a pain in the ass mechanic. You were petting a cat. Well, that was your mistake, wasn't it? Ooh, another Let's have a chat first. Discuss the teleporter. Is this teleporter not in use? It seems to have been left to the mercy of the elements. Either way, it bears no trace of Metion's essence. We move on. It was not a mistake, says you. Round 2. Maybe round 2. Seriously, this whole thing's getting old. There, I see her. I hope you travel by a mount for 10 minutes before realizing you forgot your NPC. Well, that's just rude. I'll just sprint instead because it's just about the same level of speed he can achieve. He can summon his own mount. That's what annoys me more. He was riding on the collector's edition Shadowbringer's mount, so he should be able to do the same. Suspicious disturbance. Hey look, it's that thing. Those things are other bosses within JAQK something or other, I think. The announcement, they did say they'd be able to ride mounts with you, but I guess they never got that to work. Yeah, sadly. Just have them, I mean, they can do that in WoW, they can do that in Guild Wars. So why not just figure it out? Can't be that hard, surely. Just have them cast a spell to ride alongside you. Or increase their movement speed whenever you're mounted.
Aha!
There must be a way to program that doesn't break the game.
Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Noted. I don't like that scythe. I can't wait to re-glamour. Hey! How come he gets to ride a mount now and I don't? I hope they fix it at some point. How come he gets to ride it now? That's so dumb. I'm not even riding a mount now. It's such a cool looking mount though. It looks better. It looks better once he rides it though. It looks better under his control. Are you kidding me? Where are the other two? Come block our path, please. Please say you're already there, Hermes. Gladius, thank you. Yay, everyone's here.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
Come on, Meteon, please. Just wise up. I wonder if this means the Earthwalker's mount was another ancient's. Probably either Asm's or Hithios. Hithalos, rather. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Asm's, to be honest.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about? I'm assuming that they were all eaten by some otherworldly cosmic entity, but... or a black hole.
If someone can hear these words, then please... please protect them. Protect them all.
What's wrong with Satchel there? Or the guy with the mask? All of them wear masks. It's just that down here, the ones who are not assigned to this location can't wear their masks.
Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable.
I don't like that.
Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings.
Creepy doll mode is never good. Yeah, so if they're not naturally from this, or if they're not...
All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected.
Okay, so Henna.
Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across Star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
Okay.
They are all dead.
I mean, that's the...
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter.
Wow. Well, that was unfortunate.
Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
To be fair, I don't really find an issue with, like, it'd be nice if we weren't the only beings in the universe, but I wouldn't be all that sad about finding out that a bunch of other planets went extinct. But maybe I'm just not all that, maybe I'm not as empathetic as I thought I was. Because it's like, okay, well, I just hope we don't end up like they did. I'd probably want to know why they died, but...
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
That's a little too philosophical for me.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
I don't get it.
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Well, that sucks.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes.
So is this what triggered him?
Meteion.
She broke.
It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard.
Or finding out that other aliens wanted, or other members of your alien race wanted to kill you. Look, it's one thing to kill yourself, but to want your whole That's what he wanted to do, isn't it?
Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you.
Is that what put this in his head?
And I will hold myself to them.
Did he go bad because of this? Because he realized there was nothing worth living for and all the other races killed themselves, so he likewise killed himself in this, or... What the fuck?
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteon. Not until she has finished her report.
Yeah.
Or else must wait.
Huh. Huh. Oh dear.
You fool!
This isn't good. Well, I admit I wasn't expecting it to take this turn. Why, Hermes? Why could you not leave well enough alone? Will these answers assuage your pain? The pain you feel when a creation is returned to the ether? Had you never cast your accursed question to the distant stars, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Ithelodius is pondering what to do next. Hermes is headed to Ctisis. Considering the expansive dimensions of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his ether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him. No matter what Hermes might be thinking, Meteon is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Convocation's duty is to safeguard this star, takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Banat? Rairakumo? Call me Rara. It is clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteon's is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we have to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase, and even if neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them alone to suffer this torment. We cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all counts. To Ctisis, Hyperborea we go. Ctisis. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ctisis. I still don't understand how to pronounce that. It's Ctisis Hyperborea. Ctisis Scholar. Here's the planet names or Greek numbers. Yeah. Well, that much I got. And I'm not as familiar with the numbers as I am with the alphabet, but... What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Ctisis? Mistress Vanat, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Ctisis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. And what is this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Ctisis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not likely to be fighting at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I have little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all need only to make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once Azim, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. Yay. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emmet Selk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but you can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Yay, I get to dungeon with them! Eh? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent, that should cover us on all fronts. Your tale led us here, Arakuma, so it is only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteion. Yeah, I can see now. And then we will face the future together. It's a shame they can't just be permanent members of the Trust, though. It'd be great if they became completely new Trust members that I can use in any dungeon. Bling! Ctisis Hyperborea. Now accessible. Sweet! Oh man. Okay! Cool. Form a party and enter. Nice! So we've got one DPS, a Soul Seer, and then the third seat and an all-rounder. I don't know, well I'm a DPS, so...
Let's get this over with.
Come, let us be off.
Let's get this
so
over with.
they have to.
Come, let us be off.
Oh, I was hoping that he would heal, but I guess. Oh wait, I can see. He's either DPS or healer. I mean, he's either DPS or tank, and she's either one of them, depending on what's missing. But I can't.
Come, let us be off.
Let's get this over with.
Oh well. But oh well, I'll just go with Reaper, I guess. I mean, it's the only 87 class I have, so I don't have many choices. Okay. I'm excited. Emmet Selk is a black mage and Vinat plays dancer. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that makes sense given what we saw in the thing. In the trial. Or whatever it's called. Is it phase? No. In the little thing we fought with her. Is it a trial? Or is it just a duty? We'll call it a duty. Some fast-paced jazz. This is going to be really good on the piano album.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
Don't be stupid, Hermes. Guide to Ctisis Hyperborea. Oh, I get it. Have you ever wondered whether your creation is a beneficial existence to the star? Wonder no more, for at Ctisis Hyperborea, our mission is to determine the answer. From temperate plains to tropical jungles, from smouldering volcanoes to frozen fields, we put creations to the proof in a wide range of meticulously recreated environments. Will your creation be able to survive in the wider world, or will it threaten the survival of other species? The answers to such questions and more, our highly trained staff will uncover. Oh, whoops. Good to know. Come on, Emmet. I believe in you. Yay, he's Dark Knight. Cool. Yay. I think I'm definitely enjoying... Whoop. Script. I think I'm definitely enjoying Reaper a bit too much. You're mine! Okay, yeah, good call on the doing it in trusts only, Yun. Not that I wasn't going to do it like that anyway, but, you know. It's definitely better this way. I agree.
Fall!
Really adds to the atmosphere, yeah, I can tell. I'm very excited. Plus, I like doing dungeons in general. Oh, right, crap. Well, okay. Best dungeon till Brave Fox's long stop. If I don't have to see that one again, it'll be too soon.
This may sting.
I like that we can see now where all the beasts that actually ended up on our star came from, too. Because now it's like, now I know. And it's really weird to think about. The song's good too. I mean, it's no twinning, it's no a long fall, but hey, it's not bad.
I see you opening. I see you opening.
Although he likes speaking. Whereas I'm being surprisingly quiet. But then again, my two brain cells are working overdrive to make sure that I actually do my whole rotation thing correctly. Because I'm not, currently. Also, I think my whole capture's lagging just a bit. Because there definitely seems to be frame rate drops in the game. Yeah, there's definite frame rate drops going on. Ah! Nope. It's nice to just hang out in a dungeon with these guys, though. How many times do you think we're going to see Zvar in this dungeon? It's a good question. I mean, she's a bard, isn't she? So the fact that she'll want to be protected by Emmett Selk would play well to her
I see you opening.
Desires, I feel. Okay, first boss. Here we go. Okay, so we know those are going to have something to do with it. Oh dear, this fellow seems disinclined to let us pass. We have no choice but to force our way. I didn't been checking the thing. Please turn back. I was determined to protect. Aye, a right bother this is going to be. Ugh, of course there's a cold zone. And of course we're going through it. Okay. Right then. Oh shit. Damn it. Skull Dasher. Well, you know what to do.
Fly through. There.
Have a taste.
Hide and seek.
There.
Oh shit. Impressive concealment ability. Oh, is it seriously trying to hide from us? That the power of ice could be used this way. Oh shit. Okay, well that seems easy enough. I mean clever, but easy enough. Icicle. Frigid Stomp. Oh. Moving in. Tank Buster. Frostbite and Seek. Damn it. That way. Well, if it's trying to confuse us, creative. Yay. Well, saw that coming. Not that it was difficult to tell, but you know.
Out of my way.
You heard him, monster. Don't get in the way of him, it's Selk. Icicle. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Well, you two are going to be fine, yeah? Nope, maybe not. There we go.
I'm not entirely useless.
Oh, shit.
Have a taste.
Oh, well. There we go. Yeah, I definitely like this guy's hide and seek ability. That's fun. Well, I guess Vanat knows where to go. I can do that too. Yeah. You're too slow. And done. Okay. And now what treasure do I get? Akitios Mask of Fending. Let's see how this looks. Oh man, it just looks like thingy gear. I'm sure we've already seen this model before. It just looks like the old Dark Knight stuff that Frey bore. I'm sure I've seen that model. Oh well. Hopefully we'll get some cooler looking stuff later, but... Mildly changed Hero's Gauntlet gear, yeah. Well, let's hope that the maiming stuff looks cool. But then again, I don't think anyone can do better than my current glam, so... What would the point be? You know? Oh shit. mean, honestly, what would the point be? Oh wait, there's no point in doing that.
I'm not entirely useless.
Ah, nope. This was a really nice surprise to know that I was going to end up doing dungeons with Emmett Selk and everyone else, though. That was really cool. Because I wasn't expecting it. Just going to turn the sound down a bit. I mean, I thought I'd end up going... Oh, crap. Ah. I thought I was going to end up going back to... Emmett. Oh, buddy. I thought I was going to end up going back to... the other place first, you know? I thought I was going to end up going all the way back to Thavnair or something like that and doing a dungeon in Ishgard or something. Finding out that all the enemies had invaded the vault. And that suddenly the Knights of the Round are back and trying to fight for the people instead of being jerks. Which, let's face it, would also be pretty cool, wouldn't it? If the goblins were using Alexander for the good of goblin kind or whatever. You know what I mean? I think that would be pretty awesome. But I'm not the story writer, so...
I see you opening.
The role quest handle the fight in the city states with Lee. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Although I was still hoping to see Knights of the Round, you know? Although I know that we took away their powers, but... it would have been cool, you know? But oh well. We can do our own thing. It's still cool. They weren't murdered. They all survived, didn't they? Or am I misremembering? Didn't they survive? They very much did not. Oh, okay. Well, let it never be said that I did not think somewhat respectfully of them in the end. After catastrophe had already fallen. They turned into primals. That tends to be a not very survivable thing unless you have an echo. Well, I mean, Assail did. Assail survived. And also, so did, I mean, technically, what's her name did? Did she? I didn't know that. And also, what's her name? I know Reen did. What was her name, though? The one who turned into the bunny woman. Van Daniel's sister. She technically survived. She only died because she got stabbed, but she still, you know, kind of died off of it, though. She only died because she got stabbed.
Have a taste.
She would have been fine. And when she undied, she still had all the self-awareness. So... yeah, but that was only because she got stabbed. She would have been fine otherwise, I'm telling you. She would have been absolutely fine. I am certain of it. She's just lost all life force. Well... meh.
Out of my way.
I'm not entirely useless.
It's a shame we can't go full primal. You know? It'd be awesome if we could. If we could become the warrior of light that Elidibus became. Can you imagine that? According to Mistress Lysa, her creation is based on a concept for a bipedal wolf, and indeed, it is impressively manlike in its gait. It also highly intelligent, as evidenced by its ability to employ tools, while the gleam in its eyes gives the impression that it comprehends our words. If this proves to be the case, it would be a shame that its throat isn't designed for speech. I must make mention of this in the next report. Hey, the wolf people! That's cool. Have I missed any other journals? I can find something about the Hrothgar and the bunny people. The Vera. And the Lalaf... Oh, wait, no, because they're not the same, are they? Are they? He may have his flaws, but you can't fault his managerial process.
This may sting.
Seriously? You want to discuss this candidacy now? I mean, no time like the present. It's not all business here, Emmett, you know? I've still got other things you can take him for. And you do have to consider his future in Amaro. Even if he is for now bound by emotion. You have?
Have a taste.
I'm not entirely useless. You're mine.
I missed that. I'm warning you. Stay away. At least he has the courtesy to warn us. Oh man, we've still got another boss. I forgot we had another 2 bosses to go. What was that? What did I get? An earring of healing. Sigh. What level is Sage then? Sage is 86 still. Okay. Well, go ahead, Emmett.
Fly true. There.
Oh.
Out of my way.
Sorry. Just realised I was standing on the tank then. Never a smart idea. Stored ether, pyrrhic breath again. Why is everyone standing this way? Oh shit! Okay, I see. Oh, I get it. I see now. You have to watch its face. Sizz. Inhale. Oh shit. Okay. I think I've got it. Now pyrrhic breath is on the first 2 faces. Ow. Doom bang. Oh, don't stand near that. Ah!
Out of my way. I have you. This may sting.
I hope that the last boss is more difficult to make up for this then, because the way that Bun painted you out to having failed at this... Oh shit. He made it sound like it was a ridiculously difficult thing. The third one hit you a few times. That's what I mean. He said that it took you 3 tries. He said that you failed it 3 times. Yeah, the third boss. That's what I mean. He said that he failed the third boss 3 times. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. So I hope that it's more difficult than that. What did I get? Gloves of Striking, damn it. I hope I get a new Reaper thing from this. A new Scythe.
I cannot let you take Meteon. Not yet.
Well, you don't really have much of a choice, bird. It's okay. She'll be treated just fine, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not, but hey. Scout's honor. So, just in theory, just say I did have a Meteon. What would you do with it? We'd take it apart and have tests run on it. Would you put it back together when you're finished? Hermes, the Meteon would be dead. Well, with respect then, sir, what's in it for the Meteon? Right then. Okay, where's the... I thought there'd be another chest. Never mind. Oh, there it is. Yay. I'm just gonna go... You guys have fun. Bracelet of Casting, god damn it. Oh, now that I've gotten the hang of Black Mage a bit more, I actually quite like it. The new one, anyway. Although it's still just as confusing.
Have a taste.
It's not quite as bad as it was, because I'm less worried about running out of... what's it called?
Way.
I'm less worried about running out of Enochian and not being able to recast it. So...
I'm not entirely useless.
Oh no, Black Mage is still the same. You still need to use fire spells and then transition to ice when you run out of mana. But previously you had to use a buff called Enochian, which was on a 30-second cooldown, I think. And if you lost it, you lost access to Fire 4 and Ice 4 and a couple of the other abilities that you needed for, you know, fast high DPS. So if you lost Enochian, you were basically locked out of your highest level spells for like 60 seconds or something, or 30 seconds. And it was really bad because it basically meant you stopped doing DPS for that length of time. But now they've changed it so that it's just a passive buff that when you end up with 3 Astral Fire on you, you get Enochian, and that's how it works. So you end up charging additional polyglot stacks that way.
Have at you.
Hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
This may sting.
You might want to... Hey, Emma, you're being a really bad tank. Enough is enough, Hermes. Right, okay, there we go.
This may sting.
There we go, now he's back into it.
Stand firm.
But yeah, what's it called? Black Mage is kind of fun, but also it's still the hardest DPS to play, in my opinion. Or at least the hardest of the mages. But then again, I think it is just outright the hardest DPS to play. It's definitely the highest DPS class to my knowledge. And it has very little utility, so it has to have high DPS. Kind of like Samurai is the highest physical DPS, I think. Oh shit. I was about to go and check out the flying life forms thing there for a second. Never mind, fine then. Oh shit.
a taste.
One, two, 1, 2, 1, and back to 2. There we go. Ha. Ba, 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 ba.
Fly true.
But Reaper's a lot of fun too. I'm definitely looking forward to getting up to the next level because I get another... I think I get access to another buff to something. Enhanced Arcane Circle, yeah, so now I get stacks of an ability, and then when I get to 88, I get Plentiful Harvest. Which is just basically like an additional ability I get to use when people stack stuff up on me. It's like an extra powerful spell. The successful creation of migratory birds, which travel between continents with the seasons, came as a breath of fresh air to long stagnant realm of flying life forms. In the end, it was a relatively simple thing to grant creatures the ability to navigate by celestial bodies. But this method lacked the precision needed to guide them to the same location each time, as would be vital to their survival. Your first death was from you typing. Well, don't type then. Duh. The breakthrough came in the form of magnetic fields, the use of which was discovered by the incumbent Fandaniel during his tenure as Chief Overseer of Elpis. A truly inspired idea that has brought lasting benefits to the star. There's the treasure chest. Choker for aiming. Come on, give me some bloody maiming stuff. I need my gear. I'm still wearing baby gear. Mapping the realm. Okay, final boss. Saying that I did die like twice, no, three times on Winged Defiance Hermes. I did.
So, it comes to this.
Does indeed.
I have no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
You know what's unfair? Fandaniel has now been a boss twice. In one expansion. Technically speaking. Also, I died 3 or 4 times on the final boss of the level 85 dungeon, so... And that was because I wasn't paying attention to the symbols on the screen. I was completely ignoring them, thinking it was just completely unrelated to anything. Okay.
I will have the time and tranquility I require.
Nope.
Gust and gale, gather to me!
This may fall!
Ancient wrath, unleash your power!
Bam, 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 bam.
Dancing winds, pierce my foe!
You know, I'm getting more and more reasons why I think that might be Garuda.
Stars on high, fall as rain!
You know, what with the whole wind thing and her looking like baby Garuda.
I see you opening.
Yeah.
Out of my way!
Okay, I'm just following them. Ah, okay. It's one of those abilities. Ah, shit! It's one of those abilities. Okay. I'm not going to mock Yuna anymore. Oh, okay, move. No more mocking of Yuna. Because there's still a good chance I could die here.
Streams of ether! Surge as one!
Metica. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually try and follow this. Oi! I see. Da-ba-bum-bum-bum. Man, this must suck for pugs. Or at least at the moment.
Dancing winds! Pierce my foes!
Tregmistos. Trismegistos. I need to remember I can shield myself too.
Stars on high! Fall as rain! Even when transformed,
Have a taste.
but I am not finished yet.
I'm not entirely useless.
Yay! Okay.
No! My power!
Hi, Hermes. How you feeling, buddy? Boom, ba-da. There's such a solemn look to the characters now. Or to, like, the main character. Whereas in previous expansions, he'd look really smug, or like, I remember in the very first dungeon, he'd put it back and he'd look really proud. Yeah, but he does that all the way through the game, ever since the first dungeon. Oh well, I guess you're right, but still. Kitios defending and a planisphere. It's not great, but hey! I got my scythe. Or a new scythe. It's not a cool looking scythe, but hey, it's a scythe. Actually, this isn't too bad. It kind of goes, I guess, but doesn't have the same look that, it doesn't have the same style that the one with the blue and glow gem had, but it still looks pretty regal, don't you think? What do you think, Yuna? You think it looks okay? And goes with the outfit? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Although it doesn't have the blue glowing crystal which goes with the hair, which was why I liked it. What do you mean less edgelord? I think the other one just matches better because it just oh look! Oh, I got a snake! Caduceus! It won't spit acid at you, so rest easy. Yay! I got a mini pet! 4. 3. It won't spit acid. One of Hermes' pet creations, this intelligent serpent, served as a message bearer in Elpis. Perhaps due to its inherited memories, Amon would bestow the self-same name upon another serpentine creation, to which he dispatched to guard Dalamud. Oh, I can't summon a minion here. Oh well. I'll summon it outside. But anyway, yeah. Look, it's where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Look, I would say that actually looks a little bit better because of the blue thing, which matches the hair. Oh, nope. Look. The blue crystal which matches the hair. It's regal. Don't you think? What time is it? I like how simple the other one is. Let's see. I'll probably finish up this last quest or two. I don't know how long it goes on for, but I want to go and do other stuff anyway, and I want to get the dungeon, the roulettes and stuff done, so... And I want to see if I can get a group to the other roulettes that I haven't done. Some long-ass cutscenes. Oh.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteion, I am so sorry. Would that I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others, that they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed, and that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity.
Oh dear.
They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth.
Don't like it.
That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they
yet lived.
Oh, she's in black and white now. Cool.
Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Aetheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence.
So she's gone full Skynet.
There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity.
She's gone Ultron.
Beautiful.
Yeah, pretty much. She's gone, mankind is the root of all evil.
Make our nest at the edge of the universe. And there, in the dark of dead worlds, hoard sorrow and suffering.
Well, that's not good.
There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star.
So I guess...
Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Aetheris.
So I guess she's the big bad of the expansion now.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die?
I would. The hell are you doing?
Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason.
Oh, you don't get to use that argument.
We too should be discarded.
That is sophistry, and you know it.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong.
You are wrong.
Who is to say that you are right?
Great. And here comes Van Daniel.
Let us settle this with a determination.
We settled it by kicking your ass.
In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish from the start. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos, awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmet Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmet Selk and Hythlodaeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteor, to the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
So much for being friends, eh?
This ends here!
Fly, Meteor!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with, not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits, and no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact, and I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Very well, then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am.
Say that.
But neither can I let you escape!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate.
Oh, I was hoping to meet Azem.
Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement.
It's no wonder Fandaniel turned out to be such a shitbird.
I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azem. There's no time! Quickly!
Goodbye, Emma.
Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Emmett.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Even if you don't remember me,
Go, Argos!
I remember you. Remember that you lived.
I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations?
Humanity does seem pretty intent on destroying itself.
And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteon's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emmet Selk and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
What became of the others, I wonder?
I'd like to know too. Let us ascertain the situation at Cutisis Hyperborea, where they should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteion, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Venar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress is well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Venar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteion did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
I hope Van Daniel gets his ass kicked in the underworld.
Let us rest, if only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Are you feeling at all recovered? I understand that your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body, if only for a moment, is never without merit. As for Hermes, I think it unlikely he will create more interlecies. Poured much of himself into Metion, and now that she and her sisters are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that, had he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world, then the Meteor would never have been born to suffer and die. The offer to join the 14 will become a welcome distraction, and one day hence he will face the advent of final days in the role of Fendaniel. I guess I'll leave it there for tonight. I'll do some other stuff in the meantime. That was heavy. That was really heavy. I think I need time to digest it anyway. It's a really good section of the story. It's just a shame that, you know, what happened sucked so much from that point of view. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I've had fun. I've really enjoyed doing the story. And even though it was pretty rough, it's been good. So I hope everyone has a good night, or good afternoon, good day, whatever. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, or next time anyway. So I'll see you all then, everyone. Goodbye for now. Goodbye. Goodbye.